Welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we are going to be doing a post James Harden Philadelphia 76ers rebuild. So as I'm sure many of you know, James Harden opted into his $36 million player option and officially requested a trade. The reason he did that instead of just straight up opting out is because the only teams with cap space are teams that are not necessarily very good or teams that are not in contention right now who are winning a championship. Harden requested a trade, and it looks like the Philadelphia 76ers and the Los Angeles Clippers are possibly going to make a deal. I think he wants to end up in LA. He wants to play with Kawhi. He wants to play with Paul George. And honestly, I kind of like this. I would like to see what happens when James Harden joins forces with two of the better two-way players in the league, man, when fully healthy, obviously. But, yeah, man, we're just doing the other side of the most recent rebuild I did. We're going to put through the exact same trade, and then we're going to try to get the Philadelphia 76ers a championship. So a couple housekeeping things before we do get into the video. If you don't want to listen to this, just skip forward like 30 seconds. I'm sure you'll be right into the video. But, yeah, so today's Thursday. You're seeing this on Thursday, and I didn't post a video Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday this week. I was gone. I was on vacation celebrating the 4th of July. I wanted to take some time, just kind of get away, relax. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. My apologies if you are not. But now that we're back, there should be a video today, video tomorrow, and then we should just be back into the normal swing of things. Video Monday through Friday, pretty much every day of the week. So hopefully you guys are cool with that. Of course, let me know any other video ideas you guys do have down below in the comment section. It's the NBA offseason, man. There's always crazy shit happening. I haven't even made like a Damian Lillard Heat rebuild or anything like that yet, so we are going to see how all of this madness unfolds, man. But my guess, my estimation is James Harden will end up being a Clipper. And yeah, we're going to do the other side of this one today with Philadelphia. Let's get into it. All right, so this is the exact trade I put through when I went ahead and did the Harden and Clippers version of this. Obviously, we're going to go ahead and we're going to receive Norman Powell, Robert Covington, Bones Highland, Amir Coffey. And technically, I believe this would have to be a 2028 first-round pick because of the Stepien rule. But I don't think we actually have access to those picks right now. So we're just doing 2027. It's not that big of a deal. It's a 3-year rebuild anyways. Obviously, the Los Angeles Clippers will be getting James Harden. And honestly, I could even possibly throw in PJ Tucker here. I know there's some rumors and reports that Harden would likely be paired with PJ Tucker in any sort of trade involving the Los Angeles Clippers. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to do that. It's not the exact trade, but it actually is making a little bit more sense to me if they go ahead and send out Tucker as well. So this is the deal. We're going to put it through. Obviously, I have to have trade override on because big-ass trades like this are very rare in 2K, unless it's very, very rare. So we're putting that through. That deal is officially agreed to. We have a new-look 76ers team, if you will. Let's get into it, man. All right, so I'm currently using an updated shared file. It's actually really, really good. It appears that everything is almost 100% accurate. I think there's still some small, kind of minuscule things that are missing, but I'll just show you guys real quick. If we kind of scroll around the league, feel free to pause any point in time. A lot of these things that have already been finalized in real life are now finalized in this shared file. And it's honestly great because I can just continue using this one. I think in the game, they're technically on like day 4 of free agency, whatever it may be. But absolutely great. Huge thank you to whoever made this. I have no idea who it was, but just absolutely awesome. It is great to see an updated shared file like this with everything perfect because I was stressing I wasn't going to be able to find a good one. And then this is like the second one I clicked on, so I was very, very happy with it. But yeah, man, feel free to pause at any point in time if you want to take a look at any of these rosters. If you guys see anything glaring that's out of place or anybody that shouldn't be where they're supposed to be on whatever certain team, let me know down below in the comment section. I'll go ahead and I'll change that before the next video. But here we are with the Philadelphia 76ers. So Bones Highland is now here, obviously involved in that hypothetical James Harden trade. 76ers went ahead and signed Pat Beverly. I believe it was some sort of minimum veteran contract, whatever it may be. But I like this signing quite a bit. He brings some hard-nosed defense, obviously good leader in the clubhouse. Really like this signing for the Philadelphia 76ers. Good veteran presence. All right, here at the shooting guard spot, Tyrese Maxey. I know him and the 76ers, all likelihood, are not going to come to terms on an extension this offseason. A lot of people freaked out about that, saying, why the hell would you not do that? And I really don't understand what they're not kind of comprehending. He's going to be a restricted free agent. It's really not going to matter. I mean, even if they don't come to terms on a deal, whatever deal another team signs into, Philadelphia can just match. I think a lot of people are really freaking out about that one too much. D'Anthony Melton is here for Agnon Korkmaz, Jaden Springer. Did Korkmaz get moved? I don't even know if he's still here, but again, these are the things that aren't possibly 100% accurate. Tobias Harris, his name has been in some trade rumors, potentially with some crumble cookies at some point in time. We'll see what we end up doing with him. Norman Powell, obviously a new addition here as well. Daniil House and Amir Coffey, part of that trade as well. Power forward spot, a little bit weak now. I mean, again, it was just kind of PJ Tucker before. Now it's just Robert Covington. definitely a position we'd like to address. I know Paul Reed, also a free agent, somebody we'd like to retain as well. And then the center spot, Joel Embiid, top 5, 6, whatever you want to call him, player in the world. I mean, just won an MVP. Very, very dominant regular season player. Didn't have the greatest playoff run this season, but he's somebody I want to build around. And I think the real thing that a lot of Sixers fans are worried about if James Harden does get moved is how long is it until Embiid requests a trade at that point. And obviously, that is huge on the Richter scale of magnitude in terms of NBA moves. So we're going to do everything in our power to keep Joel Embiid healthy and hopefully help him win his first championship, get that done here in Philadelphia. The 76ers also went ahead and signed Mo Bamba. I believe they did it as a depth piece in case Paul Reed's not back, but it's not a bad backup center option whatsoever. Montrezl Harrell, I believe, is still technically a free agent. I'm not necessarily too stressed out about it. He's a 76 overall, 30-year-old backup center. It's not too big of a deal. So here in free agency, I know Bridges accepted his qualifying offer. He technically shouldn't be here, not that we have money anyways. But other than that, this is looking like a pretty accurate free agency class in terms of the players that are actually left. So there are definitely some players that we definitely could have some interest in here. Obviously, we are hoping to get Paul Reed back on this team. I think he'd be a good depth piece, especially at an already pretty weak power forward spot for us. So we're going to try to get him back. We do not have bird rights on him, unfortunately. We do on Dwayne Dedmon, but we're going to go ahead and wait. He is qualified anyways. So taking a short glance at this team and some of the biggest needs, I think before we go ahead and work on any free agents, I think we should get into some trades. I think we've kind of maximized the potential of Tobias Harris here in Philadelphia. 1-year expiring contract. Let's see if we can maybe find a good trade. I would love to get Keldon Johnson here from the San Antonio Spurs. I would not like to give up Bones Highland, though. I think he'd be a good young piece to keep on this team, whether he's starting or backup, whatever he may be at that point guard spot. So is it possible? No. So it looks like, unfortunately, was that Doug McDermott, whoever the hell that was, has to be in this trade. They want Jaden Springer, my first-round pick this year, and we get Lamar Stevens here as well. Now, I don't necessarily think Jaden Springer is going to have a ton of playing time here on this team anyways, but I am a little nervous to give up our first. I think there's a possibility, not saying we're going to suck or be out of the playoffs, but yeah, I'm still going to do this. I honestly do like the potential of Keldon Johnson quite a bit, still only 23 years old. I think this is a win-win. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to make this trade. I think giving up our first this year isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world. So welcome to the team. We're also able to keep Bones Highland. That was a big W in my opinion. So welcome to the team, Keldon Johnson. Will in all likelihood be my starting small forward. There's also an argument I can maybe start him at the 4. I know he is only 6'5". I believe he technically played some power forward while he was in San Antonio. So we could possibly make that work. And I only say that because we do have Norman Powell here. So we're going to have to make a decision whether we want to start Robert Covington or just have him off the bench, whatever the situation may be. So we are probably going to clear house a little bit more here. We have a lot of depth on this team. Some of these guys we don't necessarily need. Maybe we get some draft picks. Could be valuable down the line. So we're not done making trades. We're going to send Furkan Korkmaz over to the Detroit Pistons for 2 future second-round picks. Again, these aren't really going to be anything valuable, but we're taking just over $5 million off our books for a guy who probably really wasn't going to play. And honestly, I don't even know if he's 100% on the team right now. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to make that move. Again, clearing up some depth a little bit. Obviously, Maxi's going to be my starting shooting guard. We're going to go ahead and have Melton, in all likelihood, be our 6th man off the bench. And then Terrence Smith eventually could get some minutes. I'll probably send him to the G League for the first season. In terms of the small forward spot, the depth here is just absolutely crazy. I think I have decided to go ahead and start Keldon Johnson at the 4. Overall, doesn't change even a little bit. So 6'5", maybe a little bit undersized, but could space the floor potentially better than some other power forwards could. I'm excited about the move. So he'll be starting next to Joel Embiid in our front court. I'm fine having Rocco be his backup for a season. I'm probably going to move Harrell as well. I think Bamba's probably... Actually, there's an argument that maybe I could even go ahead and move Covington. This is not realistic, by the way. I know you guys are... This is not a realistic rebuild. I just want to put that out there. Because I'm going to bring back Paul Reed, all likelihood, on a qualifying offer. And I do kind of truly believe Paul Reed's more of a 4 than he is a 5. So if we can maybe go ahead and do that, I think that would actually be a huge win for us. We get a little bit younger, we get a little bit cheaper, and obviously a lot more potential. So let's see if we can find some more deals. We're going to try to get something done here with the Houston Rockets. Maybe they have some interest in moving on from Kevin Porter Jr. Obviously, they signed Fred VanVleet to a huge-ass contract. In all likelihood, going to be their starting point guard. They drafted him on Thompson. So maybe Kevin Porter Jr. is a guy they'd be willing to move. We're going to offer up Rocco, Montrezl Harrell, see if this is good enough to get the deal done. I didn't think so. So in terms of other players we could throw in here, I mean, Terrence Smith has a 1.5 in trade value. He's a 68 overall in all likelihood. I'd rather have a draft pick than Terrence Smith. So I know I'm not getting one, but I'm just saying for a 1.5, that's what most first-round picks are. So I would be fine doing this. We don't give up a single first-round pick. and we get a guy who's 23 years old and 81 overall. So Beverly will probably be out of the rotation. He's a good veteran to have on the team. Good locker room guy. Again, good depth piece. He's probably not going to be playing too much. So I think we've done a decent job of kind of retooling this team, maybe back up to a somewhat contender here in the Eastern Conference. In terms of Danilo House and Amir Coffey, I don't know. And honestly, even Doug McDermott. I think I'd honestly rather just find a different backup three. I think that makes the most sense for me. So again, I know this is going to be a long offseason, but I'm not really 100% comfortable with any of these guys being my backup small forward. So we're just going to go ahead. Oh, good God. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let me bring in Reggie Bullock. I will 100% do that. I was just in that three-team deal with the Spurs, the Dallas Mavericks, and the Celtics. And yeah, Reggie Bullock. I'm more than comfortable playing him at my backup three. He'll be the backup here, end up backing up Norman Powell. And so House and Coffey probably not going to be here. Maybe even Lamar Stevens as well. Again, here I'm talking specifically about 2K. I don't really think these guys are going to be too beneficial to our group here. So, oh wow, we can get Gabe Vincent. I don't need a point guard, but interesting. I'm able to make that move. All right, I'm not really seeing much here. Oh, boy. As a bouquet, you know what? Actually, I'm going to do this. Take Gabe Vincent, and then honestly, I'm going to flip Gabe Vincent. We're just going to do that because honestly, I think I can get a draft pick for him. Rui Hachimura is here. I do have to give up a first for that, though. Oh, man. Did it, like, all of a sudden get harder to trade for first-round picks in 2K? It used to be pretty easy. All right, how about if I include Vincent and Coffey in a deal? Anything here? No? Nothing? You know what? I'm actually going to do this. I want Rui Hachimura on this team. I know I'm all over the place right now, and I know I just said he's more of a 4 than he is a 5, but I'm going to go ahead and bring back Paul Reed. He's going to be my backup center. So we're going to do that, and I'll make some other trades at the start of next year. But we have our 10-man rotation finalized. I like this team a lot. After a pretty crazy offseason, we're here at the start of year 1 in Philadelphia, and here's what the team's going to look like. Starting 5, Kevin Porter Jr., Tyrese Maxey, Norman Powell, who did regress down to a 77 overall. It's a little bit disappointing to see. It's part of 2K's big old regression system. It's very frustrating. But again, depending how he plays this season, depending what his overall is looking like, we'll see if we try to find ourselves a new starting small forward next year. Keldon Johnson is a hugely welcomed addition to this group. Very excited to have him playing next to, obviously, our MVP center, Mr. Joel Embiid. And we take a look at this bench unit. It's honestly not even too bad. Bones Highland going to be our 6th man here, followed by DeAnthony Melton. Paul Reed is back. Rui Hachimura, obviously. I feel like we got him very easily, and I'm very happy we were able to make that trade. Reggie Bullock will be in here backing up. Who the fuck's he backing? I just fucking blank. Norman Powell, Jesus Christ. And then, so we have Mo Bamba here. We have Beverly here. I mean, these are guys that definitely could eventually get some playing time for me. I'm going to go strictly based off the potential Paul Reed. I do think it's a bit higher than Mo Bamba at this point in time, so that's why I'm going that decision. Obviously, we don't really need 3 centers, so that is how it's going to look here for year 1 in Philadelphia. It's a retooled, and honestly, it's not too bad for losing James Harden. I think it's honestly doable. I'm excited to see what ends up happening. So I'll see you guys at the end of year number 1 here in Philadelphia. We wrap up year 1 with some pretty good news. Joel Embiid ends up winning a 2nd straight MVP. We go 53-29 on the year. That is not too bad. For an offseason like we had where we lost a guy in James Harden who is really good, we did everything we can to kind of go ahead and replace that productivity he obviously carried over. That was challenging. So 53 wins, I'm very happy with in a year 1. Obviously great to see MVP Embiid for the 2nd straight season. Victor Wembanyama is your Rookie of the Year. Amin Thompson, 6th Man of the Year in Houston. Embiid also wins a Deep Boy. You love to see it, baby. Darius Garland, Most Improved. Willie Green, Coach of the Year. I'm pretty sure he's the Pelicans head coach. All right, let's take a full look at the standings right now. We actually finished as the 2 seed here in the Eastern Conference. We were 4 games behind the Boston Celtics, and potentially on our way to a long playoff run. Time will tell. We will see. Let's take a look at the numbers right here, see what's what. Joel Embiid, Keldon Johnson, KPJ, Maxey. I'm expecting Maxey to be kind of our 2nd leading scorer, or maybe up around 20 points a game. Didn't necessarily see that, but interesting nonetheless. Rebounds was Embiid as well, and then assists was KPJ. So, we have a playing team here in round 1, and it's going to be the 7-seeded Chicago Bulls, who I did a video about like a week ago. They need to rebuild. They are just delaying the inevitable at this point. I don't play with injuries on. You all know that. That's why Lonzo Ball's here in the starting lineup. I do hope he can get back to, being Lonzo again, man. He's such a fun player to watch when he's fully healthy. Injuries suck, bro. They really do. All right, so we sweep the Bulls. We're moving on to 2K's baby here in the Atlanta Hawks. And wow, how did Draymond Green end up here? This is an updated file, so Draymond Green was back with the Warriors on that contract. And yeah, man, you see mid-season he ended up getting moved. And It's interesting. I'm not sure who did they move. Did they? No, because Sadiq Bey's here. Obviously, John Collins is in Utah. Did they trade Clint Capella? It looks like they might have. Maybe they got one for a little more size. I don't really know. All right, so we're down 2-1 at the moment. We're down 3-1. Oh, boy. Okay, going to Game 7, and, yeah, death, taxes in the second round for the Philadelphia 76ers. Can't avoid it, not yet. We have a Celtics and a Suns finals. Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum led teams. Celtics want to win 5, and Jaylen Brown, holy hell, finals MVP. All right, it is time for offseason number 2. Obviously, we have 2 more off seasons, 2 more regular seasons, with the goal of getting this team a championship. I think there's definitely at least one kind of major move coming, if you will. I do like our... Oh, my God. Look at just the projected top 5 right there. That's absolutely insanity. That's... Oh, my good God. All right, so we do not have our first-round pick this year. I know that. Nick Nurse is this now in his, I guess, going into his second season as the head coach of this team. I think he's still a good enough guy to, I can't fucking speak. A good enough coach to continue coaching this team. That made no fucking sense. Sam Cassell's with the Celtics. He's not even with the Sixers, but I'm going to keep him. All right, up to the draft. I don't think we've traded for any other first-round picks as far as... Yeah, no, we have 3 seconds. I probably could package all these seconds and get a first, but it doesn't really feel like it's even going to be necessary at this point in time. Well, here's number 30 from the Celtics. Why the hell not? I'll do it. We'll draft somebody here at number 30. I do not know this draft class, so especially this deep into it. Babacar Miller is a shooting guard who's 6'11". Oh my God! Mikey Williams is here. I feel like I've heard very good things about Mikey. Okay. I don't know. Was that a steal? I saw he was ranked number 12. He's a 71 overall, maybe not. I don't know. Well, whatever. Welcome to the team. Bones Highland going to be coming back. Very happy to have him back. Good piece off my bench. So Tyrese Maxey is now officially extension needed. I mean, it has to happen right here. We're going to go ahead. We're going to give him one. I'd like to retain Paul Reed as well. Obviously, he came back on his qualifying offer. Ricky Count's probably not going to be getting that $1 million qualifying offer. All right, so it is free agency time. There's obviously some talented players here in this free agency class. We have a few of our own talented players to worry about. So I'm going to wait here on Maxey. Want to give him a real contract. The Anthony Melton, somebody I'd like to get back. We'll give him about a 3-year, about $8 million AAV. And then in terms of Paul Reed, I'm probably also going to give him a real contract now that we have those bird rights. I think it makes the most sense, really solidify Embiid's backup. So we're going to probably let Mo Bamba go. I probably did not, maximize on him. Maybe could have moved him at the deadline for a pick or even before the season, but it is what it is. He's a good depth piece. So Melton's back. We're not going to renounce Maxey. We're not going to renounce Reed. We can renounce pretty much everybody else. I'm good there. And, yeah, we have a couple trade exceptions as well, which is pretty nice. So we're going to wait on Maxey, wait on Reed. Neither of them have offers yet. We can obviously do it on day 3. And we're looking pretty good right now. So Maxey, actually not too bad. I can live with that. And then in terms of Paul Reed, also not too bad. Can 100% live with all those contracts. So welcome back, all of you, and we're very excited to have you here. So at this point in time, I think the writing's on the wall. We need an upgrade at the small forward spot, or it could be power forward. Obviously, I can play Keldon Johnson at the 3 if I had to. So we're going to go looking for trades. Let's see what we can find. I'd love to try to add Lauri Markkanen into this team. His value could be, I guess, a little bit lower right now because he is an expiring deal. But if there's any way to possibly have some sort of variance of this trade go through, I'm doing it 10 times out of 10. We'd also add a little bit more size, obviously, with him being 7 feet tall. So I didn't think they were going to take that. We have a couple draft picks at this point in time. Not a ton, so we're going to have to be somewhat kind of cautious with this. But again, I do think this could be kind of the final piece for us here. So, you know what? Honestly, just go for it, man. Let's just do it. I can't trade this as a protection backup. And how about a second? Wow. That is a hefty price to pay, especially for a guy who is expiring. But I'm excited to have him here. Now, my one question is, because Markkanen is 7 feet tall, so, I mean, mathematically makes more sense to play him at the 4 than it does Keldon Johnson, who's 6'5", but what happens to his overall? Actually goes up. Okay, we'll do that. Keldon Johnson can go back to the small forward spot. I'm very happy. So we're going to go ahead. We're just going to change some secondary positions. I will see you guys with whatever's next. We're going to try to sign Luke Kennard here in free agency. See if we can get a shooter to come off the bench. I'm just going to move him to the 3. And, yeah, man, that's great. Obviously, this team, you know what? I don't want to say this team. Every team can always use a little bit more shooting. It is never a bad thing to have tons of shooting on a team. So Luke Kennard's going to come in. He's going to be my new backup 3, and I'm very, very excited to have him here. So we went ahead and had a pretty decent offseason, I'd say. There's obviously still a lot of young talent on this team, so excited to see what happens. And, yeah, I'll see you guys at the start of year number 2. We went ahead and made a pretty major move this offseason. We went ahead and acquired Lauri Markkanen. He's going to be starting at our 4 next to Joel Embiid in the front court. And I I think it's a huge upgrade. We gave up a hefty price of 3 first-round draft picks, where we really got to hope this works out. Here's how the starting 5 and the rest of the rotation is going to shape out. It's KPJ, Tyrese Maxey, Keldon Johnson, Lowry Markkanen, Joel Embiid. Bench unit, Bones Highland, DeAnthony Melton, Luke Kennard, Paul Reed, Rui Hachimura. So I think the depth is here. Obviously, tons of talent in this starting 5. We just got to get out of the second round, man. I'll see you guys at the end of year 2. 60-22 is our record here at the end of year number 2. Obviously, that's great. And as you can see, Joel Embiid won a 3rd straight MVP. But none of it matters if we're not going far in the playoffs. So I really think we have the talent. We have the depth to do it this year. Hopefully that all comes true. We will see. Obviously great having JoJo win another MVP. I cannot pronounce this dude's name for the life of me. Brandon here wins Rookie of the Year. Also, wasn't he 2023? Maybe he spent some time in the G League. I don't know, but hell of a rookie season. Tyler Hero, 6th Man of the Year, still in Miami. Victor Wembanyama wins a D point in his second year. Azar Thompson is the most improved player, and Nick Nurse says win Coach of the Year for us. All are great. Everything is trending in the right direction. I'm obviously very happy, but again, none of it matters if we cannot go ahead and make a deep playoff run. So here's a look at the standings right now. The numbers, excuse me. Maxey now our second leading scorer. You kind of expected to see that maybe last year a little bit more. You're kind of hoping it was maybe more 20-plus points per game, but we did add Markkanen, so it is what it is. Rebounds is Embiid, and assists was KPJ. So, who we got? Round 1. It's going to be the... Oh, good God. Come on, man. They have... Okay, so let me slow down a little bit. They've lost Jaylen Brown. Jordan Walsh is in the starting lineup now. This is still a good team. Brooke Lopez is here as well. Wow, these are 2 tremendous defensive centers, but... I don't know, man. 76ers and Celtics series never go well for Philadelphia. We are up 3-0, though, thank God. Okay, we sweep. We are into the round number 2. And a Cleveland team here who's a huge pain in the ass because, obviously, there's tons of talent on this team. Pretty solid depth as well. So let's see what ends up happening here. Can we get by the Cleveland Cavaliers and finally break kind of that stereotype, if you will? The Sixers are a round 2 team. We do. Okay, we are into the Eastern Conference Finals. Taking on the Pistons. Cade, Ivy, Jonathan Isaac, new addition here. Starting Steven Adams at the center spot. Why? Where's Jalen Duren? Oh, for the love of God. What are you doing, Detroit? All right, so we're 1-1 with them. We go up 2-1. We go up 3-1, and we're in the finals. We are in the finals, and we're taking on the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry, Brandon's here, so no more Klay Thompson. Clint Capella, as you saw, they traded him for Draymond. And, yeah, any team with Steph Curry on it's going to scare the living hell out of me. So we got to get it here in year number 2. We're not guaranteed we're going to come back. We are back on our home floor for Game 5. And I'd like to get a little bit of gameplay. Hopefully we can do that. Obviously, never mind. I mean, what the fuck am I even doing right now, right? Oh, fellas. Hang on. No, it's over. Actually got a little close towards the end. All right, back to San Francisco we go. And what is this start? Are we just... Oh... Okay, come on. Come on, guys. We got this. Okay. I will do my best. I make no promises. I'm fucking terrible at this game, but I feel like I have to hop in. We're down 1 here with 2:24 left to go. We do not have possession right now. I'm making sure the starters are in. There's no reason that they would not be. So, trying to play on-ball defense against Steph Curry is just... I don't even know why I try. I'm not playing on ball against him. It's just completely idiotic. It just absolutely makes 0 sense to me. Okay, so, yeah. I mean, I guess at this point in time, we just have to kind of limit the damage as much as possible. Inside up here to Keldon Johnson. Easy layup. Good. 2-point game. Just over 2 minutes left to go. I do not want to go to a Game 7 against Steph Curry. I have no inclination to do that. They're going to give the ball to Brandon here, who appears to have quite a bit of height. Also, I forget was this the dude that the Warriors drafted? No, it's a different guy. I forget his name exactly, but he plays, oh, good block. Holy shit. He plays and kind of shoots, and his form and everything are exactly like Jordan Poole. I just thought that was absolutely hilarious that, they traded Jordan Poole just to draft him all over again. That's what I'm not realizing right now. Where the hell is Joel Embiid? This is not a situation. Oh, Lowry. Okay, foul. Why would Joel Embiid not be in the game right now? They're not in the bonus, but good God, man. This is idiotic. I got to find a time. Okay, if he had hit that, I would have taken a timeout, but I don't want to stop momentum, but not having Joel Embiid in the game right now should be a fireable offense. Like, why would he not be in a situation like this? Johnson, oh my God, thank God. All right, 107 left. We're all knotted at 125. We are Hoping, I'm not doing this. I'm not playing on ball defense against Steph Curry. I cannot do it. I'm sorry. You can call me soft, call me whatever, but I am not taking that risk. Oh my God. Okay. Steph's going to the foul line. I mean, it's the simplest thing in the world for him. I'm sure he's going to hit both of them. It's not really much of a question, but we're getting Joel Embiid back in, which is good. We need that big man, our 3-time MVP. Why would he not be in the game right now? So I'm going to try to hopefully pray Steph misses one. Yeah, no, he's not going to miss one. What am I talking about? Embiid checks back in. Obviously, that's what we were hoping for here. So hopefully he can go up and grab a rebound. Oh, my God. Holy shit, Steph Curry missed a free throw. Oh, my God. All right, Embiid. Oh, I wanted the pick to come from Embiid. That's fine. Markkanen. KPJ. Oh, let's fucking go, baby. Lowry Markkanen gets the lay-in to go. And we are up with 40 seconds left here in Game 6. Trying to close out the Warriors here on their home floor. Not an easy task. I'm not playing on ball defense against Steph. This is just completely idiotic. He misses. He misses. He misses. Oh, my God. Okay, shot clock is not... Oh, they're going to foul. That didn't really feel like it was necessary, but they're going to foul. We're in the bonus, so we're going to the free throw line. Tyrese Maxey. Oh, my God, I bricked it. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. I don't know his release, dude. Okay. We're going to get the second one to go. That's a choke job on my part. Yeah. I always do something dumb. So I guess that kind of made up for Steph missing a free throw. But it's still a 2-point game. We just got to limit the threes. So I guess, what does a defensive lineup look like? So it just basically takes out Tyrese Maxey. That does not seem smart. So we're going to keep the starters in the game. That's obviously very, 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 very good. And, oh boy. I just want to try to get the ball to anybody not named Steph Curry. So I'm just going to try to... Okay. No, okay, they got it to Steph Curry. They got it to Steph Curry. Oh, my God. Dude, he is just dancing all over the place. And no fucking shot, right? Oh, my God. All right, no, not Embiid. No, I did not want Joel Embiid. I mean, not that he's a horrible free throw shooter or anything, but, like, it would have been better to get somebody else. 2 free throws here, we win, basically. Oh, okay. He hits the first one. He has 17, 15, and 3 on the night. Holy shit. Second free throw up. Second free throw good. Wow. They have no timeouts. They're just going to go for it. Obviously, they need to do something quick. Yeah, I'm assuming Steph's just going to pull it. Okay, Brandon here misses. We win. We win. We win. I'm not sitting through this ceremony, but I'll see you guys in the finals MVP. We end up winning it all here in year number 2. I guess I somewhat clutched up. And, yeah, man, Joel Embiid finally gets that finals MVP. That championship, he brings it to Philadelphia. That's great to see. We obviously still have one more offseason to go, and we're not going to make any major changes. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But we'll go ahead and see what sort of options we have, who are our free agents, and everything like that. Pacers, Trailblazers, Lakers is your top 3. I'm surprised the Lakers were so bad. I don't know. Maybe AD left in free agency. Maybe LeBron retired. I don't know. Nick Nurse is going to be staying. I mean, if we had lost that finals, I might have fired him for not having him beat in those final minutes, but just insane. We have no draft picks this year, which is fine by me. I like the depth this team has quite a bit. And we'll bring back KPJ. He's not like a star or superstar or anything like that, but he's a solid point guard for us. He really is. All right, so a tremendous free agency class. Unfortunately, we just don't have any money. We look at our free agents. Lowry Markkanen, 100% a priority for me. I'd also like to retain Bones Highland if possible. We'll qualify him. It's the final year, so good to get those guys back. Ntilikina, Frank Jackson, 2 of the Franks. Probably not going to be coming back here, but we get Highland, we get Markkanen back. Very, very important. So if I'm going to change anything about this team, I mean, I don't know. Maybe an upgrade for Rui Hachimura here, who, again, isn't necessarily like a terrible age or anything. It just doesn't seem like he's progressing a ton. Maybe there's an upgrade somewhere. So, I don't know. Hachimura and 2 first-round picks. Anything here that's like a significant upgrade? Jalen Smith, only 25 years old. We also get Christian Brown in this deal. You know what? Yeah, let's do this. Jalen Smith, 10 points a game. Yeah. I mean, again, they're probably playing different minutes and everything like that, but I'll go ahead and do that. Would I actually prefer to have Christian Brown over Luke Kennard, who could possibly regress a little bit? I don't know. I feel like I could do that. I mean, what else would I trade Luke Kennard, though, for? I mean, unless I want to make an upgrade. Is there an upgrade at the point guard spot? I might do that. I mean, I don't have any first-round picks left, so we're basically just kind of hoping and praying somebody offers us an upgrade at this point. Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody that's a significant upgrade for the point guard spot. I mean, I see a couple players who are definitely better than KPJ, but I'm not seeing any upgrades at the point guard spot significantly. I mean, I might take Marcus Smart, but age-wise, probably not. So, you know what? Maybe I'll just go ahead. I mean, if I do these two, do I get a significant upgrade anywhere? A power forward spot? Xavier Tillman could bring in, but Darius Baisley, 12-5-2 last year. All right, maybe we can live with that. You know, why the hell not? It's the final season. He's, whatever, 2 overalls higher. It is what it is. I will see you guys at the start of the third and final year. Final year for us here in Philadelphia. We go ahead, don't make any major changes. There's nothing changed in the starting 5. I'm actually a little surprised that KPJ's overall. It's not really changing too much. 82 overall still. It's a little strange to see. He's only 25, but is what it is. So he's going to be our starting point guard. Maxey here at the 2 guard spot. Keldon Johnson at the 3. Marketing at the 4. And Embiid at the 5. Bench unit. Bones Highlander, 6-man, followed by D'Anthony Melton. Darius Baisley, new addition. Luke Kennard still here. And Paul Reed. All right, man. That is it. This team won it all last year. We're hoping we can do it again. See you guys at the end of the final year. It's one of those days. I forgot to hit record when we got to the off season. My apologies. So I skipped over the awards. Basically, what I was trying to show you guys, and I kept talking, and then I realized it wasn't recording. We went 65-17, so our best record yet. That's great. Luka won an MVP. The rest of the awards, Nick Nurse won a Coach of the Year. My apologies. I'm stupid, and I forgot to hit record. All right, so here is a look at the standings on the year in terms of the numbers. Standings, why do I keep saying that? Here's a look at the numbers on the year. Markkanen's at 13 points a game, but it doesn't matter. I mean, we're still playing very, very well, and this team is still very, very good. All right, so we have the 8-seeded Chicago Bulls. Bronny James is here. Colby Jones, Zach LaVine. Draymond is a 74 overall. Good God, what is going on there in Chicago? All right, we have the Pistons here in round number 2. Obviously, an incredible young team, and Steven Adams, I mean, just tremendous young talent there, man. And I am a little nervous. Oh, my God, really? We're going out like this? We are not going out like this. Fight back. Fight back. Fight fucking back. We come back from being down 3-0, win the series. We're taking on the Orlando Magic here in the... where the hell... Wait a minute. So Jalen Duren is here. Was Franz Wagner traded for Jalen Duren? I don't even know. I'm not going to question things anymore, but that Magic team is also very, very good, and they definitely scare me. They might not have the experience, but they're very good. We're back in the finals. We're taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder here. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, Miles Turner. So that's why Chet Holmgren's not starting. Oh, actually, yeah, you didn't see that. I forgot to record. He won a 6th Man of the Year. Chet Holmgren did, and I was questioning why that happened, but... yeah, Miles Turner's starting, so interesting decision nonetheless. We do sweep them, though. We go on to win our 2nd straight championship, and Joel Embiid 2nd straight Finals MVP. So, yeah, man, that pretty much wraps this one up. I mean, what a team. I mean, it's not even like there's, like, an insane amount of talent here. I mean, there's obviously a lot of talent here, but, like, compared to some of the other teams we've had, this isn't anything, like, crazy or anything like that. But great to see 2 championships. Maybe that's what happens if James Harden ends up leaving the 76ers. But nonetheless, man, I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens with the James Harden saga. I mean, again, I think the Clippers are still the front runners, but I'm sure there are many other teams interested. I know the New York Knicks had some interest. I think there was like a minute that the Miami Heat had interest before the Damian Lillard, trade request hit. But who don't the Heat have interest in these days? And I don't really know, man. I think he'll end up with the Clippers, but I think there are many other options. So hopefully that all plans itself out well for the Sixers, and then they can kind of figure out a way to still put a competent team around Joel Embiid, because you do not want to restart the process. You definitely do not want to do that. So, all right, man. As always, let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section. It's the off season, so we have tons of things to do. As soon as August hits, though, man, those are the dog days. But yeah, I think we're like less than 2 months away from a new 2K as well. So maybe I'll make like a wish list of 2K things for 2K24. I've done that in the past, so let me know if you want to see that as well. But as always, thanks so much for watching. Love you guys. Catch you guys all in the next one.